Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first time joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you have found me. Make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel below. And if you're joining me through Facebook, make sure that you've given StreamYard permission in order to watch this. My whole purpose of doing all my lives that I have is to help you as paper crafters gain the confidence to create beautiful cards and different projects. I hope through my sketches and my mystery challenges and other demonstrations that I do, that I've inspired you, or I do inspire you to try it, and also to share an awful lot of that on the Facebook group. The Facebook group there is a link just down below here, and on there, basically what you can do is you can be entered into a chance to win product if you live in Canada, and if you live outside of Canada, some different tutorials, that sort of stuff. So welcome. I'm so glad that you're joining. Remember though, if you are watching this on a replay, that basically it is live, and I will be talking back and forth as we're going with different people, because there might be some questions, right? All right, so it's Card Sketch Saturday. I love Saturday. You know what day don't I love that I'm going live, right? So in any ways, hello, Catherine. Hello. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure who's watching on the Facebook user. And Betty. Hello. Awesome. So card sketch number 152. Hello, Jeanne. Awesome. I love when you guys go together and you know people, because you come back on here each and every time, or almost every time. I really do appreciate that. It's very, very encouraging for me. It keeps me going is really what happens. Hello, Dorothy. Okay, sketch number 152. Do you know in 4 weeks time, it'll be like 3 years of weeks of sketches that I'm going to be doing, or that I've done. So on that, I will be giving just for that particular sketch, and it'll be just before I go away on my cruise, that I will have a special one, and I'll leave it open for the rest of the month. But if you do that particular sketch, I'll have just a special draw just for that sketch in particular. Hello, Marilyn and Marie. Awesome. All right. So this card sketch looks like it has an awful lot more measurements and everything in it. This is posted supposedly at 10:45 on all my groups. Make sure, if I don't, is to ping me, to personal message me, and I will make sure that it's on there. But it is in my scheduling queue, so we shall see. Whatever. I know. Unbelievable. Almost 3 years of this. Well, I have been doing it for over 3 years, but keeping track of it and not missing any, that sort of stuff. All right. Annual catalog. Mine are going out on Monday. They'll be ready for pickup on Monday as well. If you don't want to wait to pick it up, if you're attending any of my classes, I'll have them ready for you here. And I also put it out on my Facebook if you do want a catalog, to make sure that you've signed up. If you are a demonstrator, you will be getting your own catalogs. But in any event, the catalog is really, really nice. I can't show you too much from the front and the back, and that's about it. But some of these beautiful colors, oh my goodness, this one's gorgeous. This is the Lost Lagoon. I really like this one. This one reminds me an awful lot of the Rococo Rose. In any event, let's get going on this sketch. We're going to use some new product. I tell you, I love it when I can use new product. I was finding, and I still am posting quite a bit with using some of the older product, but every time I go to post something, it's like you can't get it anymore. So, you know, like I say, it's well, in any event, we are going to use some new product. Oh my goodness, I am using this Crafting With You. This set of stamp set and dies are amazing. If you're an artist, you have the easel and that sort of stuff. You have a basket that you could put like your wool in if you're a knitter. if you're a sewer or a quilter, it has this. It has the die that cuts that out. It has spools that go with it. Let's see what else. We've got a ruler in there. We've got some spools, the basket. We have buttons on here. We have the brushes. And then I love this. They have a cut and emboss on there. And they also have a trimmer on there. So this will be something that I will be doing very shortly in the next couple of weeks. I'll be showing you how that works as well. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun. Oh, anyways, I am having fun. Oh, and I love this embroidery hoop. The only thing that I see with this embroidery hoop is that I wish there was a stamp that had cross stitch on it, but I have an idea that I can do with it. Oh my goodness, Betty, you're lucky your catalog arrived yesterday. They have not arrived in BC as I know of. You'll get this bundle first. It's cute. Yeah, it's cute. What can I say? I have some ideas that I want to do with this, so it'll be interesting to see what happens, how they develop. All right, so regular card base. It happens to be the finished card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I am using, oh my goodness, here we go. I am using fresh freesia. I'm thinking, oh, and you know what? Do I have one of these pieces? I'm thinking I'm missing a piece here. There we go. I'm using fresh freesia. I've actually done this 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So I've got like a 10 fold card, and we'll just come in and get a really good burnish on there. Yeah, mine have not arrived. The reason I have a catalog is because I ordered boxes of catalogs for my customers, and I stole one from there. Is all I can say. All right. So fresh freesia goes amazing with the new bubble bath. And this is the new color bubble bath. We finally got a really pretty pink. It's not quite like Pink Pirouette or I can't remember the name of that other pink. But in any event, we're going to be using that. And it goes so well with the purple Highland Heather that we're going to go ahead and maybe use that as well. And I'm thinking maybe I'm not using that. I'm not sure what I'm using yet, but then I'll show you. There is this paper. This is some 6x6 designer series paper, and it is, and I'm just looking it up. It is called Bright and Beautiful, and it goes along with a bundle, but look, it has an awful lot of the colors, some of the new refresh colors in here. This paper is so much fun. So it'll be great background paper and that sort of stuff. And the other sides are amazing, where they have fun stars and bubbles and stripes. And anyways, I think this will be a really, really versatile type stamp DSP pack. So what I did was I went and cut a piece to go with this second piece here from that paper pack. I could use this side, but I'm going to use this side. I just kind of want a bit of a monochromatic effect there. So I'm just watching. All right, so we have this. This would be the 4 by 5 1/4. So let's go ahead and put that on. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can kind of do this sketch, and I'm going to kind of show you give you an idea of something else that you could possibly do with it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just follow the sketch just as it is. All right. So see how pretty that looks on there, but that has some of that bubble bath on there. I keep wanting to call it bubble gum because it does remind me of that double bubble. Is that the name of I can't remember the name of the bubble gum. And then I have a piece. Let's see. Do I want to do? All right. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Okay. So my layer number 3 is 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then I've got a piece that's 2 1/4 by 4. Now I've run this through the basics embossing folder from the online exclusive. And that's just going to fit onto here like so. So see how we're just kind of just getting a bit of a monochromatic effect. Now, I'm just going to show you where this is going to go to begin with, and then you'll kind of get the idea. Then I thought it would be kind of fun to come in with, let's see, do we want this color or do we want this color? The bubble gum or the bubble bath or the Highland Heather? So there, or like this. This gives a bit of a contrast, that's for sure. Double bubble, that's it. All right, so I'm wondering, kind of pale that way. Let's go with the Highland Heather. All right, so what I could do, this is actually going to go, and I've got this like a double card that I've got in here. So if I put this on here, let's put this on to begin with. And I kind of thought it would be kind of neat to be the thatched one, because it kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe what some of our sewing could be. Now I am going to do this as if it's for a quilter. I'm not a quilter. I used to sew years ago. And then I got into the cross stitch, and then I got into scrapbooking, very short time on scrapbooking, and then into card making. All right, so then I also have this other piece that this piece actually ends up being 2.5 by 3.5, but in essence, it's actually 2.5 by 7. And I scored it at 3.5. So that gives me that. This is going to be a piece that goes on there. And then I'm going to have a piece that goes on here. So we've got these pieces for stamping. Now, if I wanted to, what I could do is I could mark this and put this on here and then cut these pieces off here. But I thought that might be a little bit too confusing when I'm trying to just show just a card sketch. So I'm just going to put that on there like that. So let's put that on there. I'm just telling you a way you could make it so it's not quite so thick. But this is like a double message, right? Like double message cards. All right, so let's just put that on there. Geez, I like this bubble bath. I like the lemon lolly too. This is going to go on here, but we'll wait till we get our stamping. All right, in this stamp set, we have some really, really nice sentiments on here. So we've got life is better when you're crafting and sending a handmade hug. So I'm thinking to myself that I'm going to have to do, I'll put this on the inside and then I'll put this one on the front because I want to go ahead and I want to put a sewing machine on here. So let's see, let's get the sewing machine done. I've got some scrap paper here. Tell I've been punching out circles with our new punches. Now I have, just going to stick this underneath here. My paper piercing mat is somewhere on this mess. Honestly, it's like a cyclone has hit here. I'm actually going to post a very embarrassing picture of myself, not myself, of my craft tables. All right, so this, I just use smoky slate. I could do like, do they have sewing machines that are the fancy colors? So I have one like this. And then, of course, there's a die for that. So I've gone ahead and already punched that out. So we've got that there. So I'm going to put this, it's going to go on here. So I'm thinking to myself that this word, these words, sending a handmade hug, is going to go on there. So like I say, if you do live in, if you have been a customer, or, you know, if you do not have a demonstrator that you're working with, I'm more than happy to send you, if you live in Canada, a catalog. If you've never been a customer with me, what I'll do is I do charge the $5 that it is for shipping. However, I'll give you a coupon for you to use. You know, I'm going to just put this up here. And I'm doing this in Highland Heather. Oh, there are fancy colored ones, eh? I did not know that. All right. So that might be smart that I could have done this in purple. Do you know what? We're going to do it in the Highland Heather. That just means I'll have to cut one out. Ooh. Would there be a purple one? You know what? I'm going to leave it gray or smoky slate to begin with, because I'm going to have some other things that are going to make it look. I never knew that. I would buy one if it was like a Coastal Cabana one. I do have a beautiful sewing machine, so. Okay, so that one's going to go there, and we're going to put this up. So let's just go ahead and stick this onto the front. I can't wait to play with the cut and emboss and the trimmer. Oh, Monday, I'm very excited about Monday with my fancy fold card. New product. Let's put that, whoops. Look at that. Or you're going to have to do this really, really quick. There we go. And then on the inside, let's put that saying, life is better when you're crafting. Now, I want to make sure I get this straight. Okay. Little and you know, there's a really, really cute flower on there. And I think I will take that flower off. It's really cute heart in there too. This is called a polymer, so I'm not going to turn around, and I would have actually taken my markers and done it that way. There, just something simple. All right, that's going to go on the inside. Let's put that right on there, make sure it's the right way up. Oh, I love what Betty says. Betty says you need a doctorate degree on how to run them. I know when I had my Bernina, oh my goodness, we don't even want to tell you how many years ago that I bought mine. And it was before I got married. And oh my goodness, I loved it though. Just loved my sewing machine. I still have it actually. All right, so that's just like that. Starting to come together. We have our sewing machine. Now, the other thing that's in here are these spools and some scissors. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out some different, I've got scissors where they're like this with a white thing, but I've got this, and I want to show you how I'm going to put these scissors together. I thought it would be good to have the Highland Heather on there. So all I'm doing is I'm coming in, and I want the handles to be different, and I want the blades to be silver like scissors would be. So I'm just coming in and cutting that off. And we're just going to go ahead and put glue on here. We're probably going to let that sit for a bit. This is another one of those fiddly type dies and everything. The one I'm using on Monday is quite fiddly too. But honestly, sometimes it's worth it to play with it a little bit more. And let's cut this one off. So you can see I've got white scissors, and then I'm going to have the silver scissors, right? So did you see that we're doing another BOGO sale? It's because of us being in another group. They've kind of asked us to do this sale. And we're doing a week-long sale. It's not going to be as intense as the other sale that we had where we go live and everything else. But it'll be, still have the great bargains that are there. Chance to cash in. There's lots of good goodies. I strongly suggest that you go into the album 1 on there. It's got a lot of the oldies but goldies. Okay, let's put this one on. Just like that. And then when we put these together, I'm going to glue them. Maybe I should get this out of the way. Yeah, this looks better for scissors. Just going to glue them like this. And then you could use the brads that we have. But I'm going to show you a different way that you can actually do this, using it where it's not the brads. So we have that like that. Fun. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm going to put this like this so that it's kind of sitting down there that you can kind of see from that end. Oh, that's so fun. I'm going to pop that up though too. Then we have these dots. These are the essential dots. Now, to me, a screw should be silver. So that's why I'm using these dots. And it's going to be one of the gray ones. And I'm just going to take this one off. And I think it would be the small one that we would use. Very subtle. And just like that. Okay. Sometimes it's just the detail that you work on, right? So, all right, let's do that. Now the sewing machine has to come on here as well. You know what? I don't think I better raise that. Well, if I raised it there, it would be, okay, I will. So indecisive sometimes when I'm on here. Come in with our little dimensional. Let's put that right about there. And that's going to bring me so that it's level with that part up there. And I probably should have, and I didn't. I'm going to come in here and just put a tiny bit of glue up here. And now that I've ripped that off, I don't know if that's going to stay. There we go. All right, so we have this, but there's also the spools that are on there. So I have some of the spools already done. I went and I colored some basic white, the basic white twine that's in our package. I colored it with the, this one was Fresh Freesia. This one was done with the Posy, Orchid Oasis, I mean. So we have that, but I want to show you how I did this. Now, I had one of those things right here. They're so small. Oh my goodness. I wanted to show you how they go together. Well, I'll have to do it on a wrong, oh, I've got it here. It's white. So all I did was on the wrong side, I went and I took my tear and tape and I just ran it across here. Whoops, that's not the wrong side. Put that on the wrong side. And then I'm going to do one in a black, I think, or I could do it in gray so it's not so. Let's see, I don't know where my gray twine is. Used it the other day. All right, we'll just use the black, I think. And then all I did was just take that off. Like I say, really fiddly, but you know what? I think it'll be well worth it once it's on there. So then I just came and I actually did run it around. Somebody says, oh, don't do it all the way to the back. Well, or wrap it around. How else would you get that on there is how I think. Anyways. Let's just get that onto the back. And then we're just going to wrap it around. And with that on the back there, it's going to, and you know what? Do I want it really solid? Yeah, sure. Now, if you wanted and didn't want to get this fiddly, what you could do is just cut a piece of cardstock, the color that you want, and then go that route. Oh, it's a, like I say, it's kind of in order. Your glue dots are going to be your best friend for this part here. I've got an idea what I can do to make that sewing machine not quite so flat. So I'm just going to take this and squish this. Let's put this right here. Like I say, I'm not a sewer, so if I, not anymore, if I had, there we go. All right, so we have this like this. I have my sewing machine here. And look, I've cut another sewing machine and I've stamped another sewing machine. So I am actually going to, I'm going to go and I'm going to, oh my goodness, do I really want to do this? Sure. I'm actually going to fussy cut this out, or these pieces out, to give it a bit more dimension. I was actually going to try to cut the gray out, but I think that would only add to my frustrations. So I'm going to just cut this white part out to give it the dimension. So let's get this on before I lose the piece. I'm gonna just put it onto this part here. Oops. Tweezers would help. Get this put together. So yeah, this is just going to add just a bit more dimension to this card. Let's just cut that off. Put some more dimension on there. Now, this is not something that you're going to want to do a lot of. One of might be the root. Just going to trim that piece off there. Or one or two of, I guess. It's just going to go here. And I think we need to do this part as well. So good thing I had one extra one. And like so. So this one won't need like embellishments on it because I'm going to use the spools as embellishments. I'm going to have to trim this one off too. I can see that. What do we got here? Oh, hello. The person getting this should put it into a frame. Well, I tell you, this would have been a perfect card for my godmother. She was such a great sewer. Now, I don't need to pop that up. I'm just going to sew this on. Oh dear, I'm losing it. All right, so we're just going to put that over there. And let's get our spools of thread. You know, I don't even really need extra thread. Might just need the one on there. Maybe it's on the inside. Let's just put this, and let's put this on with a glue dot. I think that might be the best to put it on with. And I'm going to put a glue dot here on one end. Whoops. And then on the other end. Oh, it's sticking to my finger. Look at that. Like I say, very fiddly type card, but fun. Like I say, if you've got a sewer in your life, what a cute card to give them. You know what? I'm not going to add more. I'm just going to go there. And if I wanted to, I could put one of these on here. I would rather do that in a different color, though. Let's see what this one would look like. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this on as well on the inside. It's one of those cards that's too bulky anyways. Deserves to spend more money on it. At least up in Canada it does. Don't know what the postage is like in the States, but it sure is horrendous here. Oh, I know the perfect person that this would be for. Okay, so this can go here. And now you can also just put this like that. And you could actually put a glue dot. So let's just take a glue dot, another one. And what you're going to want to do is roll it completely up. And you want to just put some of that onto here. You want it to be so that it's on and where it's not going to be shut, gluing this part shut. Yeah, there we go. There. All right. So then on the inside, we can finish that off any which way that we must be. Let's see. Have we got any questions? Yes, Dorothy, I am having way too much fun with this stamp set. This stamp set is one of those ones that you can just keep playing with and playing with. Let's see what else. Yes, it's a must-have stamp and die set for sure. They would go out of their minds for this, Betty? Well, there you go. Awesome. Thanks, Marie. Just got on. Cute card. Awesome. Thank you. Now, I didn't finish the inside of this because I didn't bring over my basic white. So let me grab some. How are we going to finish the inside? I wish there was just spools to do on the inside. I'm going to come in and let's just trim this down. You know what? I do have a piece of this designer series paper that was there too. I can use that as well. So let's do this, the 5-inch, because that's my favorite size, 3 3/4 by 5. And we can go ahead and put this right there. This is 3 3/4. This would be better at 3 1/2. And do we have a stamp that would look really good on there? Or do we put another pair of scissors on the inside where I've got these like this? I could do that because I've got that. Let's see what else we've got on this stamp set. Hearts. with love, it could be. Well, I'm just going to put this piece on here. Jesus Designer Series paper has some fun paper with it, that's for sure. There we go. And let's go ahead and put this. Now, like I say, we've got a double fold card, so that works really well for us, right? Because you always can never say enough. This would be kind of fun if you wanted to, that you could have left part of this open here, where you could have left part of this open and you could have used it for a gift card as well. There we go. Or you could have even had a spool in here. But I don't like to put too much with on the inside. And you know what? I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. This, I'm trying to think what I could put on. We do have some, I don't have all the embellishments. That's an issue. We don't have pearls anymore. We do have these that I know is on there. Oh, you know what? This will work. These are those pastel sequins, and these ones will work on there. These ones will actually work really good on there. So you know what? I'm going to put them on. I said I wasn't going to, but just has an awful lot of open space. And these are carried over into the new catalog as well. Let's just put one of these just down here. There we go. Kind of finished it off a little bit. So there we go. There's no stamp for the spools. There's no stamp for the spools. Bow stitches. Could do that as well. Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, I might have changed your mind on this one. Well, this one is so dang cute. Like I say, this is for somebody that sews. You wait till I do the cut and emboss and the trimmer. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to play with that one in there. And I think I'll do that in bolder colors in any event. I wish I could stamp those spools, but you can't. Yeah. I could put my other spool of thread in there. I don't like the black. I think it would have been, you know what? I could actually, you could, if you had a spool, you could do, this is something you could do. I wouldn't do it with this. I did them in crumb cake, but if you had, like you could do the Highland Heather spools and just put some spools in there as well, just like that. I will do that. I will cut those out. Awesome. Okay, so I hope that inspired you. Now, we kind of got away from the idea that it was a card sketch. So let's go back to the card sketch. Don't forget to go to the group, the Stampin' with Diane group. Make a card using this card sketch. You do not have to do this part here. You could just have this come across just like that. It would work just fine. I just like to have a little bit more on there. It does. This has the greatest. Yes, I will. I think I'll go in and I'll put some Highland Heather spools on the inside. We'll cut some of those and do that. I didn't think of that until just now. Anyways, so what's going on? All right. Monday. You're not going to want to miss Monday. Monday, I think, is going to be, well, up here. It's going to be a really cute card. I can't wait to start playing with one of these particular suites. And I have to do a fancy fold card a certain type of ways. So you won't want to miss that. That's 11 o'clock Pacific time. BOGO sale. It's going on again this weekend. And it starts this weekend. It goes a whole week. The link is, there is a link. There'll be a link on my Facebook group as well. It starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow. That's where you get one thing, and you have to be Canadian, unfortunately, because of the the rules for Stampin' Up. But it'll be going for a whole week. And then also, what else is going on? If you want a catalog, make sure that you go on onto my Facebook group, and it does have a sign up for a catalog. And like I say, if you live locally and you've requested one, they're all ready for pickup. Launch is the 6th of May. Make and Take signups is closing fairly quickly. I think it's around the 20th, 25th that it's closing, just so that we can get our Make and Take set in the mail for you. Remember, if you do like this, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate that. And if you do live in Canada and you need a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. You guys have a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Oh, don't forget Sip and Stamp tonight. We will see you at 6:30 Pacific time. Come bring your own projects to work on, and the announcement will also be on the Facebook group. Bye for now.